Hey guys, I'm Helen with Floating Yoga School here at Wild Thing Yoga in Bend, Oregon. I've got 4 awesome yogis with me today, and we are going to go through an intermediate class, simple but challenging. A lot of times when we think about more challenging classes, we think about tricky transitions or harder poses, and today we're going to keep things relatively simple, but have some options to make it challenging, build some heat, sweats, and really push ourselves. We will use 2 blocks, so if you have them at home, please grab those. If not, you can use books or simply do it without the blocks. You guys ready to go?
Oh yeah.
All right, let's do it. All right, we will start standing today at the top of your mat. Feet can be together or hip distance apart. You can close your eyes. And just begin by finding your alignments, starting at your feet. So really rooting down to the ground below you. Maybe shifting your weight a little bit forward and back or side to side, finding that sweet spot where you feel rooted and connected. And then as you find stillness, moving up your legs, finding a neutral pelvis. So notice if you tilt your pelvis forward or back, if you can find neutral where your tailbone is pointing straight down to the ground. As if your pelvic bowl was a bowl of water, nothing will spill. A slight engagement of navel to spine. Let your shoulders relax away from your ears. Hands can be relaxed by your sides, palms facing forward or in, whatever feels the most natural. And then feel the crown of your head reaching up to the sky. And just begin to notice how that feels in your body. Begin to notice what you're thinking about, where your mind is, what your energy is like today. And start to deepen your breath. If you'd like, you can turn on your Ujjayi breath. So you're breathing in and out through your nose. It sounds like the ocean, or like you're trying to fog up a mirror with your lips sealed. And especially as we add on some of our more challenging layers, really come back to your breath. Let that keep you present and grounded. And then if there's any kind of intention you'd like to set, a word or a feeling to guide you today, please do so. We'll take 2 more rounds of breath here as you are. Eyes can stay closed or you can gently blink them open. As you inhale, reach your arms to the sky, stand tall. As you exhale, forward fold, flat back, engage your core. Inhale, lift halfway up, lengthen your spine, crown of your head forward, tailbone back. And exhale, just folds. Your feet can stay as they are or go wider. We'll take a ragdoll variation. So perhaps you hold opposite elbows or hands to the back of your head. Allow a little bit of sway, a little bit of movement. Feel gravity doing the work, drawing you down toward the earth. Let your hands relax down to the ground. And crawl your fingertips as far as you can to your right, sending your hips perhaps a little bit to your left. You can bend one or both knees. You can always use your hands to blocks to bring the ground a little closer. Pass through center, take it all the way to the other side, hands to your left, hips to your right. Continue to breathe. Really nice. And then back to center. Heel toe your feet in toward each other, big toes touch, a slight space between your heels. Lift halfway up, breathe in, send your heart forward, slide your shoulders back. Exhale, fold, relax your head and neck. Rise all the way to standing, sweep your arms to the sky, deep breath in takes you there. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. So we'll move through a sun salute A variation. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, flat back, Uttanasana. Lift halfway up, breathe in. As you exhale, place your hands down, step back to a high plank upper push-up and hold there. Find a little bit of strength through your legs, your core, press into your fingertips. And if you'd like to build some heat, you can start some little shifts forward and back, bringing weight to your heels and then back to your toes or vice versa. As you next inhale, take the shift forward And exhale, lower slowly to your belly. Elbows by your sides, pointing backwards. Really nice. 3 baby cobras. Hands can stay right by your sides where they are. They might slide a little bit further back. Lift your heart as you breathe in. Lengthen your spine, shoulders out of your ears. Exhale, lower yourself down. 2 more. Breathe in to lift and lengthen. Doesn't have to be high, but it can if that feels good. And exhale, lower. And if you'd like on this last one, you can try to hover your hands. Use your back muscles, your core muscles to really lift, lengthen, finding strength and heat. Awesome. Release it down. Child's pose, hips to heels. Allow your forehead to relax. Your breath to move into your back body. So see if you can feel a sense of expansion, low back, middle back, and upper back. Breath sounds amazing. Keep that up. As you next inhale, find your tabletop position and take your blocks and bring them to shoulder distance on the lowest setting. So we'll place our hands on our blocks for tabletop. And what we're going to play with here is starting with our shoulders, working on a little scapular retraction and protraction. And so retraction is thinking of drawing your shoulder blades together and down your back, a little dip down of your heart, just like Jeremiah is doing. And then protraction is that rounding, drawing your shoulder blades more toward your chest, that puff up between your shoulder blades. Beautiful. And just kind of move like that. So almost like a cow and cat in your shoulder blades. Feeling that space. So the retraction with shoulder blades together is really awesome for poses when we're back bending, like cactus arms, when we're taking up dogs or cobras. And that protraction, that rounding is great for knee to nose. Anytime we're reaching forward and want to find space through the back body. And then if you'd like to take it into a full cow and cat, keeping some of that scapular movement, you can begin to lift your tailbone, drop your belly. And notice how your shoulder blades move together and away naturally in your cow and cat, and maybe even exaggerating some of that movement. And I find the blocks are just helpful. I feel like I can drop my chest a little bit lower with the blocks for some reason, but you can certainly do that without your blocks. And we'll take one more round of breath, one more round of movements. And as you feel ready, you can ditch your blocks to the side and make your way to a downward facing dog. And at any time that you'd like them or would want to use them, please grab those blocks again. Beautiful. Yeah, nice long line for down dog, long spine. Knees can always bend. Press into your fingers. Spread them wide. Take a full inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, make some noise. One more. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. So nice. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or maybe hop to the top of your mat. Lift halfway up as you breathe in. Heart forward, shoulders slide down your back. Exhale, fold, relax your head and neck. All the way to standing. Inhale, root to rise, hands to the sky. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. And so another variation on Sun Salute A. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, flat back. Lift halfway up as you breathe in. Exhale to high plank, step back, hold it there. And instead of taking a regular vinyasa, we're going to play with some chaturanga push-ups. So as you inhale, a slight shift forward. As you exhale, just halfway down. Right back to plank, breathe in, press up. Halfway down as you breathe out. One more, inhale, press up, really nice. Exhale, lower down. High plank, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. And you can always add in chaturanga push-ups in your regular vinyasa flows, those transitions. High plank, chaturanga, up dog, maybe there's an extra push-up there. Full inhale through your nose. Stick out your tongue, let it go. Once more, breathe in. Stick out your tongue. Inhale, bend your knees, look to your hands. Exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, lengthen. Forward fold, release. All the way to standing, arms to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. We'll do one more Sun A, more of a regular version. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, flat back. Lift halfway as you inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Your chaturanga, as you exhale, you can step back to plank, hold there. You can move to up dog or cobra. You can add an extra chaturanga push-up. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. So always finding the flow that feels natural or right for you, paying attention to your breath, and just noticing what feels right, what doesn't. Let's take a deep inhale through your nose. Flutter your lips, let it out like a horse. One more, breathe in. Flutter your lips, let it go. Inhale, bend your knees, look to your hands. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Nice, Carissa. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, relax it down. Stand tall, reach high, deep breath in. Palms together in front of your heart, Anjali Mudra as you exhale. Next pose, inhale to chair, Utkatasana. And we're gonna hold here for about a minute. I won't totally time it. So see if you can really turn on the back of your legs, engage more hamstrings and glutes. Try and relax a little bit your quads. You're certainly gonna be using the quads front of your thighs, but try and make it more of a back of the legs exercise. Engage your low belly. And then notice what's happening to your shoulders. They might creep up a little and that's normal, but if they're way up by your ears like you're wearing shoulder earrings, see if you can find some more space. Keep breathing. You've got another 30 seconds or so. Feel the heat, the fire. Let your breath keep you here, connected and present. Let's do another 10 seconds. Really awesome. Inhale. Exhale, release, forward folds. Halfway lift, breathe in. Your vinyasa to down dog. You can step back, hop back, take the transition or not. And we will meet in downward facing dog. Nice, Erica. Yeah, so finding variations. We all move differently. We all feel different in different poses. So really finding what works for you. And sometimes a challenging option is to do less or to do something that might be different than what you're used to doing. Draw your feet together so your big toes touch. Reach your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. See if you can keep your hips in line, so dial your pinky toes down. Beautiful. Squeeze your inner thighs. Take one more inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, and hold it there. Find that protraction, that rounding of your upper back. Keep breathing. One more round of breath. Yeah, inhale, three-legged dog, lift it high. Exhale, step forward between your hands and lower your back knee down to your mats. So we'll take a modified crescent, both arms to the sky, and just find alignment here before we lift our back knee. So draw your left hip forward, right hip back, find low belly strength, adjust shoulders or face as you need to, and then when you're ready, tuck your back toes and lift yourself to a high crescent lunge. Yeah. Imagine you could hug your inner thighs together, feel the strength of your legs. Notice your breath. We'll take 5 rounds of breath here. And a lot of times in these long holds, the challenging part is our mind likes to race or wants to move on to the next thing. Can you be totally present in your body with your breath, just doing what you're doing in this moment? Beautiful, Briar. One more inhale. Exhale to warrior 2. Back heel pivots flat. And as we move into this first time, you can find a little bit of movement if it feels good to straighten out your right leg and then rebend. Find your feet, front heel in line with back heel or arch. And notice if your back foot is collapsing into the arch of your foot. See if you can really root down through the outer edge. And then allow yourself stillness. Give yourself permission to just be here once again. Feeling what you're feeling. Noticing where your mind is. One more round of breath. Legs will stay the same. As you inhale, reach forward like you're trying to touch the front wall. As you exhale, left arm over your head like you're holding a beach ball over your head. So we're going to take side angle with beach ball arms if your core allows. If not, you can always drop your right forearm down. See if you can rotate your heart open to the ceiling. Beautiful adjustments. Keep your knee above your ankle. So sometimes that rotation draws knee in. Super strong legs, really long through your spine. Make sure your breath is there with you. You've got this. Another 3 rounds. Legs are probably talking to you. Talk back nicely. One more round of breath. Easy for me to say, right? Inhale, reverse triangle. Reach up and back, right leg straight. Stay as you exhale. Take another full breath in, even more space. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Make your way to downward facing dog through your vinyasa of choice. Chaturanga, an extra push-up if you like it. Yeah, one leg lifted, ekapada, or one-legged chaturanga. And you may have done those poses a million times, but holding them for a long time may feel different. So the goal is to find that challenge in the simplicity in just being. Let's take a resetting breath. Inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, let it go. Yeah, one more. Big breath in. Open your mouth, release. Feet together, big toes touch, other side. Left leg to the sky, inhale. Stay. As you exhale, drop your left hip down, pinky toe down. Yeah, full breath in. Knee to nose, exhale, and we're gonna hold. Find your core strength, inner fire. Puff up between your shoulder blades. Keep breathing, nice and strong. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, step forward between your hands and lower your right knee down to start. Both arms overhead. Find this setup with your knee down, that support, giving your legs maybe a little bit of a break. Maybe it's more challenging. We all feel things differently. And then as you feel stable, tuck your back toes. Nice. Lift your back knee. Beautiful, Briar. Find that strong crescent lunge. A good 5 or so breaths here. And each side is different, so you might feel something different here than you did on the last side. Allow that to happen. One more round. Inhale as you are. Exhale to warrior two. Back heel pivots flats. Arms can stretch out wide in a T. If it's comfortable, you can look over your left fingertips. Some people like to flip palms up and then back down to relax shoulders. Yeah, find that position, settle in, and allow yourself to feel rooted and connected, just like when we started standing, through your feet, a sense of length through your spine, and still with your breath, strong and steady. 2 more rounds here. As you next inhale, left arm reaches forward like you're going to touch the front wall. Exhale, right arm over your head like you're holding a beach ball. Taking that beach ball version of side angle. Finding length through both sides of your waist. Maybe a rotation of your heart up. Awesome adjustments, beautiful versions. Keep breathing. Can you find that long line of energy from the outer edge of your right foot all the way through your side or through your spine to the top of your head? Let your breath keep you here. You've got one more round. You got it. Inhale, reverse triangle, up and back, left leg straight. Stay as you exhale. One more breath in. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, make your way to downward facing dog. And you can hang out in down dog. If you would like a moment in a child's pose, please feel free to drop your knees. Give yourself a moment to check back in, reset. Notice here how you're feeling. If you had set an intention when we started, you might choose to come back to your intention. And this pose is always available, and sometimes the challenging option is to give yourself the break, to come back, to reset, instead of just pushing through. And as you guys feel ready, please take your time. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Feet together, big toes touch. Reach your right leg to the sky, breathe in. This time open up your hip, bend your knee, and you can choose to add some movement. Maybe circle your ankle, draw circles with your knee, or bend and straighten. Or if you feel like you want to flip, right foot can fall behind you, right arm reaches forward for a wild thing, or even a flip dog. If you flipped, super strong core, support your low back, bring it back. Extend your right leg long behind you, take a deep breath in. Exhale, knee to nose. We're gonna hold it for 2 full breaths. Find that puff up. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, 3-legged dog. So strong. Exhale to your right elbow or shoulder. Same thing. 2 rounds of breath. Inhale. Stay as you exhale. One more full round of breath. Breathe in. And breathe it out. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, take it to your left elbow or shoulder. Same thing, 2 rounds of breath. Inhale, exhale. One more, breathe in, breathe it out. You got it, leg high. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step forward between your hands. Find your way to warrior 1. Back heel pivots flat and your foot might go wider. Nice, step out there, beautiful. Both arms to the sky. And if we can, we're gonna think about drawing both hip bones to point forward. Yeah, so hands on hips, awesome. Erica, might be nice to help you. Left hip forward, right hip back. So you can see if you can find the strength here. Breathe in. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Take an inhale, lift your heart, slide your hands maybe a little further down your leg, and exhale, humble warrior, right shoulder to your thigh or perhaps inside. You guys look amazing. The tendency here is to take it to more warrior 2 legs. Today we're gonna keep it more warrior 1. So keep drawing right hip back, left hip forward. To challenge your balance, you might look to your back foot. A little bit more grounding is looking toward the ground or to your front foot. So just find what feels right for you. Stay long through your spine. Stay connected with your breath. That'll be a theme for today. One more round here. Keep your hands bound, lift back up to that bound warrior 1, and then pivot onto your back toe. So lift your back heel, take a breath in, bend your knee, launch it to warrior 3 with your hands bound. So send your heart forward, reach your hands and your foot back. Think of almost a little up dog through your chest. It's totally okay if you fall. Drop your left hip down. Nice adjustment. Squeeze your inner thighs. Super strong core. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And the tendency is to want to rush out of this. Can you stay? Feel where you feel it. Back of your legs, maybe your core, your balance. One more inhale. 2 standing splits as you exhale. Hands down, leg high. And options for standing splits are just to feel it. Work the stretch. We just worked a lot on that right leg. You might feel the back of your right leg stretching. You might use the back of your left leg, glutes and hamstrings to lift higher. A balance is a beautiful option. A handstand is a nice option. Maybe the hardest option for you, if you're always taking one of those, is just to be in the pose and to feel it. Excellent, Carissa. Take one more inhale. Forward fold, release your feet together. Halfway lifts, breathe in. Folds, breathe out. Crow if you would like, maybe to chaturanga. So you can keep your feet together or spread them wide. Knees climb high onto your triceps. A shift forward, weight into your fingertips. Beautiful, Jeremiah. If you're hopping back chaturanga, try to land with elbows bent. So legs back, heart forward at the same time. Yes, yeah. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. And that's one of those little fancier transitions. Certainly maybe not as simple. So leave it, take it or leave it. We'll find the other side, feet together, big toes touch. Left leg to the sky, breathe in. Open up your hip, bend your knee. Any movement, stillness, a flip for wild thing. It could be the same thing you did on the other side. It could be that this side calls for something different. If you flip, strong core, bring it back. Extend your leg long, deep breath in. Knee to nose, exhale, 2 full rounds of breath. Inhale here, puff up. Stay, exhale, strong core. One more, breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, 3-legged dog, leg high. Exhale, tap your left elbow or shoulder. Turn on your obliques, your side abs lifted high. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more, inhale. And exhale. Back to 3-legged dog, inhale. And then cross to your right elbow or shoulder. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more, inhale. And exhale. You got it, 3-legged dog, lifts. Step forward between your hands. Find your warrior 1 legs. Back heel pivots flats. Maybe your foot steps out or forward, arms to the sky. Find your hips, your shoulders. And we can use that Tadasana alignment that we started in almost all poses. Obviously, legs will be in different shapes, but finding neutral pelvis, relaxed shoulders, a long spine can serve us in a lot of different poses. Hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, maybe the awkward thumb on top. Take a breath in, lift your heart, hand slide down your leg. Exhale, humble warrior, dive it forward. Whatever version you like in all the poses you can take, if that's looking down, looking back, if that's hands a little more together or heels of hands away. The breath is the most important part. It's more about how we're doing the poses than what we're doing in them. And it's that awareness of breath that keeps us present and strong. You've got it, one more round. Keep your hands bound, inhale, rise back up. Exhale, lift your back heel, turn onto your toes. Take a breath in, you might bend your back knee, and as you exhale, launch to your warrior three with your hands bound behind you. Think long line of energy, your heel presses back like you're stamping your foot, your heart, your head reach forward. Amazing, one more inhale. Standing splits as you exhale, hands down, leg continues to lift. You've got some breaths to play with movement, with stillness, with balance, handstand. Yeah, a little lift or pulse. We'll take 3 more rounds here. And release to a forward fold, feet together. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Fold as you breathe out. One more inhale, lifted halfway up. And exhale, fold, let it all go. Take your ragdoll once again, feet out wide. Hands to opposite elbows or to the back of your neck. Find any movement, a release, a shake, a bob. Relax your hands down, heel toe your feet in toward each other, big toes touch, little space between your heels. And if you like to roll through your spine to come up to standing, you can try that, or you can always take a flat back up. If you're rolling a little bend in your knees, imagine stacking your spine. Yeah, everyone feels different in their back and what works, what doesn't. When you get to the top, shrug if that feels nice, relax your shoulders, find some of that crunchiness. Reset your strong stance, find that stability, your home base here. We'll move to tree pose, so relatively simple pose. Weight in your left foot, right foot will come up, ankle, calf, or thigh. But some options to make this more challenging are reaching your arms to the sky, looking up, closing your eyes, side bending, or twisting. So allow you guys to explore here. Notice your breath. If it feels easy to balance, can you change something to challenge your balance? Awesome, Erica. One more full round of breath. Gently release your foot, your hand, shake it out. Find any counter movements. And when you're ready, other side, weight to your right foot, your left foot comes up, tree pose, vrikshasana, ankle, calf, or thigh. Perhaps you do the same options to challenge, eyes closed, arms up, look up, twist, back bend. If there's something else you know or want to play with, go there. Allow this to be a standing meditation. So whatever happens, happens. No judgments, no right or wrong. Two more rounds of breath. Release it down, foot in hand, shake it out. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart, resets. Let's take that twice more. Inhale, reach out and up, gather up some good energy. Exhale, draw it down into yourself, into your heart space. One more, breathe in. And breathe out. Weight shifts to your left foot again. Find something steady to gaze. Probably would have been helpful in tree pose if I mentioned that, but definitely for this. Hug your right knee into your chest and arms around your shin. You can interlace your fingers to start. So you might draw your knee in really close to your body, and this may be plenty. If you want to move into a little standing head to knee, hands go underneath your foot, so you can interlace your fingers round your spine forward. This may be enough. If you'd like more and your hamstrings feel open, you can begin to extend your leg forward straight. Perhaps your forehead rounds to your knees. Another option to challenge this is to see if you can lower toward a pistol squat and maybe come back up. Maybe you stay in the pistol squat, have to release your foot to come up. You choose what feels best for you. Yeah. And if we never fall out of stuff, if we never challenge ourselves, we never grow. So feel free to make it sloppy. As long as you're breathing and not injuring yourself, it's all good. And when you've had enough, release, foot down, shake it out, and find it to the other side. Weight into your right foot, left leg hugs into your chest, arms around your shin to start. Find some space here. And then as you feel ready, if you'd like, hands around the sole of your foot, rounding over your knee, finding that protraction again, that puff up. Maybe extending legs straight, maybe forehead to your knee, maybe working toward a pistol squat. All the while breathing. Yeah, you got it. So good. 2 more rounds of breath. And release it down. Shake it out. Float your hands to the sky. Deep breath in. Forward fold as you exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hands down, step back, hop back, move through vinyasa. We will meet in a down dog or a child's pose. So perhaps the shape that keeps you present. If you're not in a down dog, find your way to downward facing dog. Feet together, big toes touch. Reach your right leg to the sky, breathe in. Draw your right knee to your right shoulder or elbow. Hold here as you inhale. And exhale, step your foot outside your hand. We're going to set up for lizard pose. You might choose to drop your back knee. You might choose to place your hands or your forearms on blocks inside your foot. I like a little bit of movement, a gentle rock forward and back. Some people like a twist. Drop your back knee, reach for your back foot with your right hand, a little quad stretch. Lots of options. And maybe you think about what would be the most challenging for you, a way to stay present. Notice where you can send a little bit more breath, a little bit more space. We'll be here for another 3 rounds. If you have your back foot release, place your right foot between your hands, so shimmy it to the center of your mats. And we'll set up for half splits. Crawl your right toes a little bit forward. Shift your weight back over your back knee. Right leg works towards straight, hands to blocks if that helps bring the ground closer, allows you to get deeper. If you would like to move into full splits, you can slide your right leg forward, left leg back. And blocks are great for that too, either below your hands to keep yourself lifted or below your thigh. I like one kind of below my right upper thigh, lower butt cheek. Wherever you choose to go or stay, continue to draw left hip forward, right hip back. So sometimes we get a little bit sloppy and open up hips to the side. See if you can challenge yourself to keep both hip bones pointing forward, nice adjustments. And then breathe into sensation, breathe into the stretch. And you can always take movement here. If it's nice to move in and out or to move your toes. And as you feel like you've had enough, gently lift up and out, bend into your right knee, make your way back to down dog through a vinyasa or skipping it. Simply hips up to the sky. Feet together, big toes touch. Reach your left leg to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Hold here as you inhale. Exhale, place your foot outside your hand and find your lizard on this side. Different side, different options, or perhaps the same thing. Notice as we begin to slow things down a little bit physically, we haven't been moving too fast, but as we're holding poses even longer, where your mind likes to travel to. Reconnect it to your breath. Allow it to move into your body that needs more space, sending energy or openness. We'll take 3 more rounds here. Release your foot if you have it. Center your left foot between your hands. Set up for your half splits. Toes a little bit forward. Shift your weight back over your right knee. Flex your left toes to the sky. And then stay in this half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana, or move into full splits, full Hanumanasana, depending on what's right on this side in your body. Let's take 2 full rounds of breath. It was a long 2 rounds of breath, and then find your way back to downward facing dog. Shift forward to a high plank upper push-up. Take a deep breath in. Lower as slowly as you can on your exhale all the way down to your mat. You might have to slide the blocks out of your way. We're going to play with some locust variations. So you might want them wide or forward. Reach your arms straight out in front of you to start. Lift up your hands and feet off the ground. Lift your chest, your thighs, and then start to flutter kick your hands and your legs like you're swimming. See if you can stay long through your neck. Lift your belly button off the ground. It can be fast, it can be slow. You can get a little breaststroke growing. Come back to center, extend your legs long, take a breath in. As you exhale, cactus your arms, lift even higher. Twice more like that. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, cactus, lift a little bit more. One more, breathe in. And breathe out to your cactus. Inhale, lift even higher, stay. Exhale, release down. Head to one side, hands can stack like a pillow or rest by your legs. Send breath into your low back. If you'd like to bend your knees and windshield wiper your legs, please do. Release there. If your feet are lifted, lower them down. Turn your head to the opposite side and continue to breathe. Feel the expansion of your back. Upper back, middle back, lower back. High plank, hands by your sides, elbows point back, tuck your toes, press all the way up, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Full inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, make some noise. Again, breathe in and breathe it out. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward to your hands. Step or hop through to a seated position. And let's take a cobbler's pose, feet together, knees out wide. Lift your heart, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, hinge forward over your legs. Hands can stay on your feet. You can walk your hands in front. Add a little extra pressure with your elbows to get your legs closer to the ground. Two more rounds of breath. Slowly lift yourself up. Find a boat pose, knees together. You've got blocks. If you like a block between your thighs for a boat, you're more than welcome to go there. Shins parallel to the ground. Arms can go wide. Arms can go to the sky. We're going to try and hold this for 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm doing it too. We'll see what happens. Add a smile, relax your shoulders. Remember to breathe. And if there's stuff that you like, you can take a little twist side to side. You can lower halfway. For me, just holding is plenty. Remember to breathe. Find the shakes. Find the strength. Use your breath to stay here in it. Maybe it'll be more like 1 minute. We'll see what happens. All right, Jeremiah goes for 2. That's been about 30 seconds, so you got this. If you need to, hands behind your legs or drop your feet at any time, that's totally cool. We'll see if I can keep talking and breathing through this too. Maybe think of a nice story or something that makes you smile. Notice if you can kind of scoop your belly like an ice cream scoop up and underneath your ribs. The string from your heart to the ceiling, relax your shoulders. That's a minute. You got this. I'm feeling hip flexors, so for me, I'm going to draw my knees a little bit closer. So it's okay if there's hip flexors, but we definitely want more core. Yep. And maybe for these last 30-ish seconds, arms to the sky, legs straight. Keep breathing, keep shaking. All right, let's call it 3 more breaths. 2 and 1. Release it down. Beautiful. Reverse table or reverse plank. So for table, knees bent. For plank, legs straight. Yeah, if you want a little windshield wiper before you get there, that's great. Stretch through the front side of your body. Head can always relax back as long as you're not throwing it back. Be gentle with your neck. Send breath into the front side of everything. And then when you've had enough, lower down and roll yourself onto your back. Stretch your arms above your head. Take a full body extension. Big breath in. Stick out your tongue. Make some noise. Let it go. Again, breathe in. Stick out your tongue. Bring your hands by your sides. Bend your knees. We'll take a figure 4. Right ankle on top of your left thigh. So relatively simple shape. You can totally stay here. To add on a little bit of depth, you can hug everything into your chest. You could take this to a twist to your left, let your right foot fall to the ground. Or you can even take this to what I like to call more of a reclined pigeon, creating a little cradle for your shin with your arms. So left arm moves around your foot, right arm around your knee, and your left leg extends long to the ground. So options to add sensation, add depth. As we move into our final shapes, stay here with your breath. Let yourself continue to feel challenged, even if that's just staying with whatever is going on in the moment, noticing thoughts, noticing sensations. Let's take 2 more rounds of breath. And as you're ready, unwind, uncross, take it to the other side, left ankle on top of your right thigh. Same options to stay, hug in, twist, make that little cradle for your shin. And you might choose to change the longer we're here, create the depth through time. Let's take another 3 rounds of breath. After your third, release, unwind. We'll set up for a bridge pose, and I'll challenge you to take a one-legged bridge. So you've got some options. You can start with one leg lifted and press into bridge, or you can start in a regular bridge and then lift one leg. Either way, hands by your sides, knees are bent. I like to feel for my heels. That might be the right distance for your legs. Press through your feet to lift, either with both legs, or start with one leg to the sky and lift up. If you're taking both legs, once you reach the top, extend your right leg. You guys all chose the same one, beautiful. And then see if you can press a little bit more into your left leg to lift. And so if you started with both legs, when you're ready, you can release your foot and switch. If you did it with one leg, see if you can lower down with one leg and then take it up on the other side. Yeah, and you can move through that fast or slow. You can play a few times or hold a little bit longer, turning on the back side of your legs. And when you've done both sides where you feel even right and left, feel free to release. If you want another one on each side, take it. If you're done, knees to chest. If you want another back bend, you're welcome to find a wheel, a regular bridge, supported bridge. When we back bend, we're extending our spine. So spinal extension. And so strong through the back side, long through the front side, but engaged and lengthened through everything. So finding lots of space. And as you've had enough, there's no rush. Lower yourself down. Knees to chest is a nice release. A little knock knee with your feet wide, or Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly, feet together, knees wide. All great options to reset. Knees to chest. Give yourself a little hug. We'll take a spinal twist. You choose which one you take. One leg straight, one knee bent, legs crossed like eagle legs. Simply letting both knees fall to one side, and it doesn't matter which direction you start. As you're twisting through your spine, if it feels okay in your neck, you can turn your head in the opposite direction of your legs to take the twist into your cervical spine. And as you feel like you've had enough, move through center to the other side. Please take your time. When right and left feel even, you can bring it back to center and take any last poses that you like before final Shavasana. Might be a happy baby, another stretch, an inversion of some kind, another back bend or twist. And your final resting pose, Shavasana, any shape that feels supportive. If knees bent is better than legs straight, please take knees bent. You have the blocks if you'd like to place them somewhere for some more support. Challenge yourself to stay here for the next few minutes, even if the temptation is to drift away. Challenge yourself to observe without labeling, without judging. Final rest, Shavasana. You are more than welcome to stay as you are even longer. If you do feel ready to move on, begin by deepening your breath. And then add any movements, little wiggles or stretches. Extend your arms above you, find a full body extension. And with your eyes closed, turn to one side and make your way up to a seated position. Palms together in front of your heart. Lengthen your spine. Check in here. Notice how you're feeling physically, mentally, energetically. Lift your thumbs between your eyebrows. See if you can keep this connection, this awareness, this presence with you as you leave your mat and move on to your day, challenging yourself to stay present with each breath and each moment in whatever it is that you're doing. We'll bow our heads together. Namaste. Thank you. How are you guys doing? Good? Awesome. Thanks, guys.